Hello and welcome to the STB Racing League Season 21 Austrian Grand Prix rescheduled. We're here at the Red Bull Ring and it is one-shot qualifying, it is sprint qualifying and it is raining in the middle of the drivers' laps here in Austria. We're here then for, strictly speaking, round 21 of Season 21 here for Tier 1 because obviously it's rescheduled. And we do have a rain affected session here. Matthew's on a decent lap. Only 4 top 3 on the grid, but it is of course raining in these conditions. Very difficult for the drivers to navigate around this circuit when there's rain involved. But it looks like F new driver, will be getting pole position at the Austrian Grand Prix. Was of course raining. Very crazy. But yeah, that is it guys. It's another sprint event for Tier 1. It's another sprint event for Tier 1 guys. Austria was rescheduled due to the Xbox One glitch. I'm going to quickly see if the stream is all working well and everything. Because there have been some issues with Twitch recently. So I'm hoping that everything's working well. The stream is all working well and everything. There have been some issues with Right then, so you probably heard my beautiful voice there. But yes, it is Nitro Shooter actually on pole position. Second is F.A. Ishkin. Third is Rosberg, this is. Fourth, Mafia, good qualifying from him. Fifth is A. Dawson. Sixth, SK. Seventh, Crooken. Eighth, Dan Souza. Ninth, Joey. 10th, Unknown Destiny. 11th, Boas. 12th is Ilton. 13th is Semike. Disqualifications. Petrovic, Danny. Matex, Yervant, Fadu, and Nigral. That is your grid for the sprint qualifying here in Austria. So, yes, the event got rescheduled due to an issue, and it is absolutely pissing it down in Spielberg. Anyway, at least the trees will grow. This is land of the trees. But yes, this was rescheduled due to the Xbox One bug. So earlier on in the season, we had a new update on Xbox, and it affected a lot of the Tier 1 drivers that were obviously racing on Xbox One with a wheel, and the wheel was just not working on the Xbox One platform. So unfortunately, we had to reschedule this Grand Prix. The championship is done, so the drivers are now really just racing for preparation for next season. Season 22 is upon us soon. Tier 2 tomorrow. It's another rescheduled event due to the World Cup. They go to Netherlands. The gap between Crooken and Matex is 6 points. They are both racing here tonight as well, as reserve drivers. And Tier 3 is the final race of the season at Abu Dhabi. So it's going to be an eventful week. It's going to be, a very good week, especially for Tier 3. No racing now. For 2 weeks in Tier 3 after this week. So it's going to be very sort of, it's going to be really interesting to see how the drivers navigate. Obviously, Abu Dhabi will be next week for Tier 1 and 2. And they will only have 1 week to prepare and get ready for the new season. If anyone is interested in racing in the league, sign-ups are open for Season 22. You can do that by simply messaging myself, STB Mauder, either on Discord, Twitter, Xbox, whatever is your preferred method of contact, and we can get that sorted for you and get you a seat for next season. We do have Yervant back with us. He's taken a few races out, but he's back with us this evening, so I'm hoping that he can really prove himself, and then he can be a hot topic for next season. But yeah, we are here for the Austrian Grand Prix. It's very difficult doing the sprint and then the one-shot qualifying. It is very sort of it's not difficult, but, it is hard to sort of get in the zone commentary-wise to really push on. Because I don't think many leagues do one-shot qualifying unless a span has. I don't think many leagues do one-shot qualifying with sprint, so it's kind of an exclusive thing. It's a very quick pace. That's the whole point you know, it's very quick paced, very, you know, very quick to get in. But anyway, guys, I'm going to stop chatting nonsense now because we are gearing up for the penultimate round of the Tier 1 Championship. It's been a great season for Semi K. He starts 13th, so we'll hope for a better kind of performance, but I think it will be, I'm going to say, Nitro Shooter will win this. It's full wets then. No, he won't, because he's got a drive-through pen. That's commentator Kurzay's finest, and we are go in Austria. Great start there from Maffeo. He's got off the line. He's got off the line. P3 he does have problems with the grip in the wet conditions, so he will struggle here in Austria. And it's going to be a long run up the hill to turn number 2. There's a lot of action in that midfield. We've got Dorsey down to P7. SK's trying to get the move done on the inside of the corner. He's going to try and late break on the house as they come into the hairpin. Austria is always a bang racing, but it's about just keeping it nice and clean in these wet conditions. Danny comes back on track. Nigel back on the circuit. Samiko is trying to find some grip in these wet conditions as he comes into the next corner. I think this is turn 6. It's very sort of everyone just, I mean, it's crazy scenes here. Dan side by side with SK as they come into the third section. He's going to get the move done. He's got some side by side action here. The drivers can't see anything. And I think there's been a spin or there's been some sort of contact as Maffeo is trying to defend from his teammate in his Alpha Tauri, and there's been another spin. That's Efe! Efe's made a mistake on the exit of the third sector complex there, and the Aston Martin's up the inside of the house as they come into this corner. And Alpha Dan is really proving why Brazilians are known for the wet conditions. Efe is in the pits. Petrovic has retired from the sprint. FX, has he got a drive-through as well? Did both drivers have a drive-through? And Maffeo's going for the lead, but I just need to quickly see, did Efe... I can't even see the race director because it's not even going to let me because of the glitches of this thing. Anyway, here we go then, Maffeo. Is he going to try and take the lead of the Austrian Grand Prix as they come into turn 6? Crocken's up to P3 as well. This is Buyaka in the place for the McLaren. This is great stuff for Crocken. Really trying to prove himself against Matex here in terms of that championship for Tier 2. And there's been a spin out in the first sector. That's Joey. He's made a mistake. But yeah, these conditions are treacherous here. They are treacherous here in Austria. Keep it steady. Danny then is in P10 at the moment. He's trying to battle his way up the field. Matex is in P12. And Yervant is going to try and come through on Fadu as they come up to turn number 1. Side by side, the Aston Martin versus the Red Bull. Red Bull's home Grand Prix here in Austria. So it is a special one for the Red Bull team. The slipstream overtake is enabled side by side, and Yervant can't seem to get that move done. He's going to dive it up the inside, better break in, but no, can't do it. And that is Nigel side by side. Semi K's left the session. There's been an issue with his connection here tonight. What's going on? I'm getting back in. Hold on. And that's Nigel going side by side with Unknown Destiny here. I think Semi K's game crashed. Just give me one moment, guys. Yeah, guys, hope you're enjoying this race. It's a very important one. He is deciding the grid positions for the Austrian Grand Prix here tonight, so that's going to be very interesting. But yeah, do join us. Do stay with us, rather. But I'll tell you something. Dan Souza is looking pretty feisty here in Austria. Very feisty. Dawson can't find a way through, but Ilton is even trying to find a way through on Bowers here as they come into the hairpin. Side by side on the exit, and he can't get the move done. Is Semike joining back? We're going to have Semike back in the lobby. Right, Fadu then, still battling as Ali Ferrari's joined the session. That's going to be an issue. That's going to be a big problem. That's going to be a big issue. Very big issue. Matex retired, and it is a safety car in Austria. Sorry guys about that. It is a safety car in Austria in the sprint qualifying. Matex has crashed out of the Austrian Grand Prix. Joey's going to go past. And it is going to be a full course yellow. It's a safety car here in Austria. Sorry guys, I was just trying to get Sem back into the lobby. Right, Mafio's in the pits for some reason. So let's see what he's doing. He's going on to a set of intermediates. Okay, then. And there's another driver in the box as well. That's Semike on a set of intermediates. Efes coming in as well. It is intermediates for the McLaren. Joby's coming in as well. This is also going to be intermediates. It's going to be interesting now to see whether it is intermediates or whether it is going to be the intermediates or the wets. It's going to be interesting. There are still some puddles on the circuit, but you know, anything can happen in Formula One. You know, it could well be that, you know, it is not intermediates and the drivers have made a big decision, or it could be that it's going to be an absolute incredible situation and they've done an incredible strategy call and they're just going to mince the whole field. So, you know, anything can happen in Formula One. So we're gonna find out. Here's safety car conditions. Cookins in P2 and Alpha's nearly span. That's not very good, is it? Come on, Dan. In P3 here, the Austrian Grand Prix. This is good from the Brazilian. Cookins in P2 as well. So, you know, very big surprise. Let's see how the grip is. It is still absolutely chucking it down. Oh, I don't really know about whether it is intermediate. It is still absolutely chucking it down here in Austria. The drivers have more information than me about if the rain's going to stop or if the rain's going to calm down. So just look a bit lighter, but it's going to be a case of whether the track is dry enough for the intermediates to really work in these conditions. That's going to be the main sort of that's going to be the main thing to really navigate the drivers to navigate their way through in this race, because the rain, it always proves to cause upset and cause drama in a Grand Prix. So especially when there's a safety car involved and the rain is calming. But this could have been an incredible strategy call from Matthew here. There is that dry line forming. But, you know, the drivers might choose not to box. You know, they might not choose to box if they want to go on the inters. They might just try and stay out on the full wets until the end. So, who knows? Maffeo, Sem, Ether, and Joey might have to just push their way through the field and try and actually physically overtake. They need to try and overtake these drivers here in Austria. But anyway, we are gearing up for the restart of the Austrian Grand Prix. Of course, it's strictly speaking round 21 of the season. We are gearing up for the restart of the season. Restart of the race, sorry, not restart of the season. But let's see what Maffeo's doing at the back here. We've got to watch out for Maffeo, Semike. Don't know whether it is intermediates. I think they've made a big cock-up in strategy there. But there is some action into turn one. We've got Nigral up the inside of That's Destiny coming through. And Nigral's going to come through. He's going to come barging his way through down the straight now. Yeah, I don't think it's intermediate conditions. I think that's Alpha Dan and SK going side by side. Alpha Dan stays on the number 3 there. Danny then side by side with Unknown Destiny as they come into the... I think this is turn 6, but I'm not too sure. And the rain has now stopped falling dramatically here in Austria. This could be an incredible situation for Maffeo, but he lost too much time. And the Nigral's going around the outside of Unknown Destiny. Ned Dennis is going to try and defend it there, and he's going to go side by side. And it's just so scary in these conditions to be going side by side with one another. Made a mistake, he's gone off the track. He's going to go side by side now with Nigral as they come into the final corner. Side by side with the Frenchman. Nigral picks up P9 there, and Nitro Shooters coming through now as well. Can't find a way through. P11 for Nitro Shooters. Yeah, this is decent. Decent racing from everyone, really. You know, it's decent. It's not the best, but it's decent. Talking of the best, oh, Unknown Destiny's getting a bit, well, he's under pressure a lot here. He is under pressure a lot. Well, Nigal's trying to find a way through on Nitro Shooter. There's been a spin. That's Ether. He's made a big mistake there. What's happened down there? Another mistake for Nitro Shooter. Nitro Shooter, I think he was the one that got the drive through, if I'm correct. I think he got... But what an exit out of that corner. Side by side with Unknown Destiny now as they come into the final 2 corners of the circuit. And Destiny's going to try and hold it around the outside, but he's been kind of forced off wide there by the Williams. Nitro Shooter in his span there. Nigral's going to come through. This is just action, action, action here in Austria. I do really enjoy this track. And apparently Destiny has gained a position by hitting a corner. That's not good, Destiny. You can't be doing that in Formula 1. It's illegal. Here we go then. Badu. I think this is now time that Maffeo is going to start catching, but it is way too late. Way too late now for those intermediates. It's been a spin. I think SK and Dawson going side by side. Dawson gets up to P4 here in this Grand Prix. Toby says that he trained hard for Abu Dhabi. He didn't realise it was Netherlands tomorrow. Yes, Toby, it is Netherlands in tomorrow's Tier 2 Grand Prix. Do catch Matex and Cook and battling out for that championship. I believe 6 points is the gap between those two. Yeah, it is Netherlands tomorrow in Tier 2. And Abu Dhabi is next week on the 31st of January. We do go to the Yas Marina circuit for the season. You know, for that very important fun. And that's Destiny Destiny has retired from the Austrian Grand Prix off the circuit there. Major scenes here in Austria, and Maffeo has now caught, but Dawson is now catching Alpha Dan. And Alpha Dan's quick on the defensive display now as he's going to try and hold on to P number 3 in this Grand Prix. There's a massive train of drivers, and the Williams is on the Mercedes on the inside. We've got the Haas on the outside. Dawson versus SK versus Boas. And there's been a collision. A massive crash here! SK's gone off the circuit. There he span. SK has span out of the Austrian Grand Prix sprint qualifying. There's a major collision there into the final sector. And SK is past Badu there. Maffeo's got... There's been another spin. Major scenes here in Austria. Dawson! Dawson's out as well! In the middle of the circuit, Dawson is out of the Grand Prix. Rosberg's P1 at the moment. Krucken is in P2. Third is Alpha Dan. That's major scenes in this sprint qualifying event of tier number 1. Nitro's now going to try and get past Nitro Shooter. No, Nitro Shooter's going to try and get past Danny now as they come up the hill into turn number 3. Really struggling now. This was the time. This is the moment for Maffeo here in Austria. Here we go up down the hill. Using that ERS to good effect, but he's only P10. It was an incredible qualifying for Maffeo, I must say, and Badu's trying to put it up the inside there, but that's not going to work for him. And it's not going to work for him because he's gone across the circuit. Oh my dear God. And Sem's actually now getting blocked by the Aston Martin as they come into that final sector. Joey's and Maffeo's P9 is going to... He's been... Oh God, Nigral there. Bloody hell, action everywhere. And Danny is really trying to just keep ahead of Nitro Shooter. But it is... Ditoxi? I'm going to call him Ditoxi. Is P1. Second is Krucken. Great sprint from him. Third is Alpha Dan. Fourth is Boas. Fifth, Danny. Sixth, Nitro Shooter. Seventh was Ilton. Eighth was Maffeo in the end. That was a crazy Grand Prix. A crazy race here. But it is, I can't say this guy's name, so I'm going to refer to him as Rosberg. Second is Krucken. Third is Alpha Dan. Souza. Fourth is Boas. Fifth will be Danny. Sixth, Nitro Shooter. Seventh, RP1, Ilton. Eighth is Maffeo. Ninth is Joey. 10th is SK. 11th is Semike. 12th is Nigral. 13th, Yervant. 14th, Efe. 15th, Fadu. 16th, Dawson. 17th, Destiny. 18th will be Matex. 19th will be Petrovic. Just some tension between a few drivers in the Tier 1 chat. Seems like there was a collision between Alpha Dan. See you tomorrow, Maudi. Going to have to do some work. Okay, Toby, we'll see you tomorrow for the Dutch Grand Prix. But yes, it seems like there was a collision between Dawson and Alpha Dan. And I think that was in that final sector. I think the drivers were very affected. In that Grand Prix. But yes, the grid is definitely mixed up in this race. It's great to be here in Austria. It's great to be at a track that really offers overtaking. I don't really know about Tier 2 tomorrow, if I'm honest. Really not feeling Zandvoort. Really not feeling Zandvoort as a circuit for battling. But it could literally decide how the championship's going to be for Abu Dhabi. You know, so anything can still happen in that. So, you know, 10 of you are watching this, which is incredible. Welcome to the Tier 1 Austrian Grand Prix. But yeah, tomorrow it's definitely going to be a race to watch. Do join me, Matthew, tomorrow 8 p.m. UK time for the Tier 2 Dutch Grand Prix. It's never nice rescheduling races, but when it's Austria that is being rescheduled, it is definitely worth it. It's never delay a season by a week when there was a schedule planned out for the whole game, but we can't help Xbox One problems. So the medium runners, it's kind of like a 50-50 split between the hard runners and the medium runners. Seems like starting on hards is the meta strategy on this game. So Crooken needs to Crooken, Alpha Dan, and I'm going to say DJ Danny just need to try and get these overtakes done as much as possible. Try and get through on Boas and Rosberg. Boas starts P4 in this Grand Prix. Very good sprint. I'm not even going to do the race director because there is a glitch where you can't actually get out the race director if you look up the results and things. It's just a major glitch that takes place. And Destiny has been disqualified from the formation. Crazy scenes. Anyway, here we are then for the Austrian Grand Prix. First is Stitoxe, who I think is going to win this Grand Prix, if I'm honest. I think he will win the Austrian Grand Prix. I think he's in full command this weekend. Second is Crooken on the grid. Third is Alpha Dan. Fourth is Boas. Fifth is Danny. Sixth is Nitro Shooter. Seventh is Ilton. Eighth is Mafia Recovery Drive after the mistake onto intermediates in the sprint. 9th is Joey and 10th is SK. 11th is Semike. The champion, the reigning world champion, will only start in P11 for this Grand Prix. Here we go then. We are gearing up for the start of the Austrian Grand Prix. Lights and away they go. Great start there from Alpha Dan. He's had a great start in the middle of the two drivers, and Alpha Dan takes the lead of the Austrian Grand Prix as they go into turn number 1. It's a Brazilian in P1. Danny gets up to P3 and there's been a collision. Down there, that's Crooken. I think Crooken span out of action. There's been something going on. He's lost a bunch of positions as they go up the hill into turn number 3 now, and it's going to be very, very argy-bargy stuff into the corner. And the Alpha Tauri's had a... Oh, God, it's contact everywhere in that hairpin. It's booyah action as they go into now the turn 4. He's like going Bobby. And A. Dawson. Dan Souza leads the Austrian Grand Prix. Looks like Yerban's trying to get through on Fadu here. Moved only to P15. Major scenes on that first lap. I don't know what happened to Crooken. Major scenes, had a bit of a moment there out of the first corner. Ilton's trying to get through on Joey. Joey's up to P5 now. Joey's had a very decent start to this Grand Prix, and he's going to keep P5. Well, that's a decent little battle that. Now we've got Crooken and Matex going side by side. The two Tier 2 rivals are going side by side in Austria. That's going to be absolute carnage into the next corner, and Semike is going to go around the outside of SK. He's going to get that move done. He's up to P10 now. Great racing here from Semike, the champion of Tier 1. I was just going to have to navigate their way through this section of the circuit. SK's had a bad start. He's down to P11, but he is on those hard tyres. Do expect a few positions to be lost to the medium runners in this Grand Prix. That's SK, he spam. Action here. Ether and Yervan. Then you've got Crooken versus Matex. These drivers are going to be battling it hard. They are the championship rivals in Tier 2 tomorrow. Do join them. It's Netherlands tomorrow. Do join them. It's going to be carnage. Absolute carnage. Just like Love Island, really. It's going to be absolute carnage. And FA's had a big moment there on the exit of the corner. And then you got Fadu there going side by side. FA's not having a very good time of things here to try and get past these drivers. Proving difficult for the Turk. Hoping the stream's not lagging either. Is the stream working well? No, the stream is lagging. Okay, the stream's lagging. Sorry about the stream, guys. There's just gonna be, you know, lag situations happening. So, yeah, I was gonna have to put up with it, unfortunately. Right, Ilton fast lap of the Grand Prix. Maffio, fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Maffio has got some decent performance. Ever since he started driving in LCR, he's actually got some very decent performance, I must say. Very decent. He's under pressure from Samika. He's had a bad moment. Yeah, he's off the track. Maffio. Action here. That's Danny versus Nitro Shooter. Come on, Danny, defend that position hard. Here we go. Danny versus the Williams, side by side. The Williams is going to get him, I think. But Danny's just trying to hold it around the outside with these mediums. Go on, Danny. Still trying to hold it around the outside. Yeah, Nitro Shooter's got some great pace in the early stages of this Grand Prix. Lap 4 of the Austrian Grand Prix, and it is absolutely incredible to see Alpha Dan Souza leading the Austrian Grand Prix. That is something that I love to see. Absolutely fucking love it. Absolute fucking carnage. And Joey's going side by side with Danny. Danny's losing positions now. He had the fun. And oh, he's pushing Ilton off the circuit there on the right hand side by side with the Mercedes as they come into the next corner. He's going to get that move done. Ilton's up to P5 now. Danny's going to... Yeah, Danny's going to dive bomb it, and he's been completely turned into there. I don't know, from that angle it looked like Nigel just... No, Ilton just turned into him. You know, maybe Danny died, I don't know. Maybe there was, you know, a dive bomb. I don't know. I don't know from that angle. It's a very difficult angle to see from here. But yeah, crazy scenes here in Austria. I must say, lovely stuff. Absolutely lovely stuff. Obviously, the sprint was so important. Right, sorry guys. Just seeing what's happening in the Tier 1 chart. Give me 1 moment, please. Right then, sorry guys, let's get back into it. How about that? So Alpha Dan still leads this Grand Prix. Nitro Shooter's really pushing on now in this race. He's catching. He's definitely got good straight line speeders than Williams, but it's about... Oh, and... Oh, Maffio! That was very aggressive on the inside there. What's going on there? That was aggressive, trying to get that move done. Oh, and it looks like Alpha Dan's made a mistake. He's lost 2 positions. Oh no. Oh no, Alpha Dan has made a big mistake in this Grand Prix. He's lost 2 positions. To Nitro Shooter and Stitoxe. And has there been another... Oh, Semike again. Oh, it's F there off the track. Samike again. Oh no, what is going on for Samike? He won the championship, and since he won the championship, he's just had no luck whatsoever in this Grand Prix. No luck this season. No, after the championship, he's just not had it. Right, here we go. Destiny's on the charge now. He's going to come through. P13 for the Ferrari. There you go. Look at that. Great stuff. Look at that. Next up for him is Petrovic. He can have the DRS again. Quite beneficial. And then after him, it is Yervant. I think Destiny here could still get some decent points in this Grand Prix. Just needs to try and, wow, not fuck it really. He does have some very decent pace. In Austria, apparently. So Adu's made a mistake as well. He's spun off the track. Going on here, right? Fuddy's back on the track. Oh, Nitro Shooter's on the inside. Here we go. Nitro Shooter takes the lead of the Austrian Grand Prix. What's going on here? He's just completely... This Toxet has just lost major positions in this race, and now Dan is getting really pressured now by the drivers behind him. Really pressured from behind in this race. I don't know, maybe there was a collision at the apex. I don't know what happened really. Yes, Nitro Shooter leads the Austrian Grand Prix. Got some action here as well. Got Ilton P5, Nigral P6, and the Tuxter is down to P7, and it looks like Alpha Dan is in the pits. What has gone on there? He has retired for some reason from this Grand Prix. I don't know what's happened there. Definitely going to be a new rule introduced that means you just, like, you need to have a valid reason to retire, because you can't be retiring. I'm sorry, it's just, what are you doing? Like, you've made a mistake, you know, but you know, retiring, it's just like, why are you retiring from the Grand Prix? And you know, when there's 26 more laps to go, you know, there's so much more time left in this race, you know, to do something. So, cool. Right, Maffio then is P8 at the moment. Definitely calmed down now, the gaps, but Joey's not calmed down. Nitro Shooter picks up a penalty for corner cutting. There will be a major situation when it comes to the pit stops. Obviously, Nitro Shooter will be on much better tyres than the guys around him. Joey's got no ERS. I can really see C. Boas doing something in this Grand Prix, you know. I can really see something happening with C. Boas tonight. Really see it. That's happening. He needs to get this move done as quickly as possible, because C. Boas, of course, is on the hard tyres at the moment, and now Joey's going to try and defend this and slow them both down. Round the outside, this is the line. Round the outside, what a move. Round that outside. Fucking span, I think. Ilton P4, Nigral P5, this off their P6, Matex is in P7 now. And is that SK getting past Petrovic there for P11? Okay. And Samike now has caught up to this pack as well. I do feel sorry for Samike. He does have, you know, some great pace to show. Yeah, but when you're involved in stupid collisions and when you're involved in just things that were not necessarily your fault, it's very frustrating. It can really put you off your race. But yeah, good effort here from Sam at the moment. But back up to P13. You know, he's got the championship in the bag, so he can't really be, you know, fuming too much. It will obviously be annoying to be down here, but he's, you know, if this was the championship, he would be absolutely fuming. I understand that. Lap 13 of the Grand Prix, and there's been a spin out. That's Matex. He's going to lose a lot of positions now up this straight. Them can't find a way past Petrovic. Can't do it. Can't do it. So there you go. Yervant's having a decent race so far. P8 at the moment. Now it's just a DRS train from yeah, Joey to like 4 drivers here just. DRS on each other. Joey's made a big mistake out the first corner. That's going to really not help him. And Matex is going side by side with Danny now. And I think Matex made another mistake. That's Nigral versus the Tuxes. They come down. Oh, down the straight. Here we go. Bad traction there from the Alpine. He's going to dive into the slipstream. He can go up the inside. And he's been tagged. Oh, come on, Boas. Pick up that pace. Come on. We need a battle for this win. Pick up the pace. Pick up the pace. Oh, no, grass getting pushed onto the grass! Oh! Being pushed off onto the grass there on the left-hand side. I don't know what was going on there. That was pretty mad to see there. I'm not going to lie. That was pretty dirty there from Joey. And then you got the AlphaTauri back on the inside, but can't get the move done still. Joey, that was aggressive there from the Ferrari. Very aggressive driving here tonight, I must say. It's very aggressive. Looks like these drivers are getting a little bit tired now. The season's done. They're getting a bit affected. You know, they're getting a bit pissed off. You know, they're just getting really fucked off with certain people, I think. I think everyone's just getting pissed off with each other now. It's just that time of the season. One race left after this, so... Championship's done, so really point. And Joey has spun, or he's been involved in some sort of contact. Nitro Shooter picks up another penalty in Austria. Wow. I don't know if it's just me, guys, but these races are seeming quite much longer than they were before. I don't know if it's just me, but I remember when I was doing the Brazil races, I don't know if it's probably just because it's a sprint. But you know, when I was doing Brazil, it was so long. The race was so long for me. You know, in terms of just it was long. Like, it was just effort. Like it was getting boring to drive around the track. And you know, it just seems like it's a very long. It's kind of a chore. I don't know if it's because the end of the season and the energy's gone, but it seems like a chore to race. If I'm honest now, it seems like a chore now. Two Ferraris are going battling side by side. I don't know if I'm just feeling the same. Do comment if you're feeling, if you understand what I've just said. But, yeah, it just seems like a chore now, if I'm being completely honest. There's been that scandal about cheating in esports as well, so it's just an absolute chaotic mess for everyone involved in the sim racing community. So I hope all that gets sorted and everyone can just get on with each other, because there's nothing worse than, you know, everyone just beefing and talking nonsense. Believe me, I should know. And Nitro Shooter's retired from the Grand Prix. What the fuck's gone on there? What's happened? What's going on? Why is Nitro Shooter retired from the race? What's happened? I'm so confused. What the fuck just happened then? Excuse me, because Nitro Shooter has just retired from the Grand Prix. And he was leading as well. Oh, that opened things up a bit. Right, Ilton's in the pits. The Fox's in the pits as well. Matthew's going to carry on for another lap. Yeah, but as I was saying, it is seeming a little bit, not like a chore to race on this game. It's just a little bit, I don't know, it kind of losing its enjoyment for me personally. But then again, I did win the Austrian Grand Prix, and oh my god, what's happened there? Okay, it's not boring no more, because Stitoxes just completely fucked it. And he has spun out of the first corner, just completely fucked it, completely. That's crazy. I think he had cold tyres and just spun it on the exit of the pit lane. Crazy. These drivers are getting affected. Right then, Boas, is he going to carry on? Yes, he is. Matthew going to carry on. Let's have a look. No, and he's going to cross the pit lane as well. People in the pits then. It's Mafio, Destiny, F is coming in as well. I think he's only here for tonight and Abu Dhabi anyway, so it doesn't really matter where FA finishes. He just wanted to race as a Turk. And Mafio as well. It doesn't matter that he got across the pit lane, because he's fucked it. Oh, Mafio. Oh dear, what's gone on there? God. Anyway, moving on. STB 70k is in the pit lane, and you've got SK coming in as well. So these two guys are going to come into the pits. SK's in. SK follows. I don't even know what happened there between Mafia and Destiny, if I'm honest. I haven't got a fucking clue. I've not got a fucking clue what happened. They're going to be pissed. They're going to be very fucking annoyed. We want to know about. What then? Oh no, Yervant's crashed. Is that going to be a safety car? Yervant's crashed. Out of the Austrian Grand Prix. What's going on there? Baddy's retired as well. Crazy scenes. I don't know what's going on tonight. It's just a bit crazy, isn't it? Absolutely fucking crazy things. Another spin. Destiny's spin. Retired from the race. I don't know there what happened between those two, but they're going to be absolutely fuming. They're going to be absolutely livid with one another. Trying to sort something out, guys. Hold on. Right, here we go then. FA is going to try and get through this pack now. Definitely quite quick on these mediums compared to these guys. Oh, Danny. Oh, Danny. Oh, dear. So Mike then up to P4, is it? P5? Boa's going to go for the soft compound tyres at the end of a race. Okay, speed. I think I might be able to on them. Oh no, he's gone to another set of mediums. Boa's going to pit. Boas is not pitting. It looks like Boas is going to the soft compound tyres in this Grand Prix. That's what I think is taking place here in Austria. You got the... Yeah, Maffio's been... That's a disaster for Maffio. Absolute disaster for him. I don't know what happened between him and Unknown Destiny there. I have no idea what happened. Yeah, Maffio's race was done as soon as he span out the pit lane there. To be fair, Maffio's race was done after he made the wrong call onto intermediates. You know, what he was way too early for inters. So yeah, but Boas is in the pits now. Let's keep an eye on the Haas. Let's see what tyre he's going to go on to. It's going to be the softs. It's the mediums. Okay, interesting. Someone has span. Matthew. Might well be a retirement for the Alpha Tauri. There's no front wing. I don't have any fucking words if I'm being completely honest with you. Right, what the actual fuck? Right, Boas then, he's on a fresh set of mediums. He's got 6 seconds to catch. He can do it. Yeah, because Nigel and Hilton now are both, you know, within that DRS range of each other. It's been quite difficult for Boas to catch, I think. Going to be quite difficult. Danny's come again. Crashed it again. It's not been the night for these guys. Gap then is 5.2 now, so he's gained 8 tenths on these two guys. Oh dear, what's going on there? Bloody hell, this has been a very been a crazy race, to be honest. Absolutely fucking crazy. Is C. Boas going to get the victory here in Austria? Is he going to do it? Is he going to have the pace to really push on in this Grand Prix? Well, 4 seconds now. The gap has come down a little bit more. SK's behind Semike as well, so that might be a little battle that we have to look at a little bit as well. This has been a very crazy Austrian Grand Prix, I must say. It's been very crazy. There's another DRS again. DRS down the next straight. SK as well is going to have the DRS, and Ducks it as well will also have the DRS. By side are going to meet the apex. Yeah, touched his rear wheel. Touched his rear wheel. Right then, gap now is 3 seconds. That gap is now coming down. But to be fair to Nigel, he's going to go for it, I think, now. He knows he needs to get this move done. To be honest, they just need to try and DRS each other down the straight to try and minimise the time lost. I think Fox is going to be retiring from the race. Perhaps 2.4 now. Lap 32 of the race. Yellow flag for Danny again. Yeah, Danny's fun again. Absolute disaster for Danny. It is an absolute disaster. In the pits as well. Safety car is out, and the Alfa Romeo, what's going on here? He just overtaken Crooken in the pit lane. Safety car is now out here in Austria. Interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff. Was not expecting that. That's well, I'm not sure, to be honest. But yeah, Crooken's been overtaken in the pit lane by Matex under safety car conditions. Interesting stuff. Right, Ilton's in, Nigel's in, Bobas is in, Sem is in, SK is in, Petrovic is going to be in as well, I think. Joey's in. We'll see if Joey's in. We'll get too ahead of ourselves. Yep, Haas crew go back in. That's a good little stop there from the guys. I think now it's going to be a situation where we are literally going to have 2 laps, or maybe, well, I don't know, it might come in this lap actually. We'll come in this lap or next lap. We will have 2 or 3 laps of racing here in Austria before we wrap things up. The Tier 1 Austrian Grand Prix. It's been a very, I wouldn't say a bad race, but there's been better races this season. But yeah, Sem's up to P4 as well. Potentially could get a P2 here. So Ilton and Nigel, 3 seconds each. So if Sen can keep within the 3 seconds, you know, this could be absolutely incredible stuff for Sem. I think safety car will be next lap, so it's going to be a 2-lap sprint to the end for these guys. So Sem only needs, there won't be no DRS as well, which is going to be really interesting. Sem only needs to keep within 3 seconds to get P2 in this race. SK can easily get P3 as well, so it's about just keeping it within 3 seconds of the top guys of Nygrout and Hilton. Crazy scenes. So, buckle up your seatbelts, guys, because we are in for a ride now in the next, well, in the final 2 laps of this Grand Prix. It'll be lap 35 and lap 36. It is going to be an absolute race to the end of this Grand Prix. Who is going to get P1 in this race? I think Boas, Stem's going to be hungry, though, on these fresh softs. Has anyone gone on to a U set? So they're all on fresh, soft compound tyres. Car will be in this lap. There you go. Race control message. Here we go then. It's the final 2 laps of the Austrian Grand Prix here in Spielberg. Who is going to win the Austrian Grand Prix? I'm really rooting for Sem here to try and get P2 in this race. He might try and fight it with Boas, but if he wants P2, he can't fight too much against the Haas. This is absolutely crucial. Right, here we go then. We are gearing up for the restart of the Austrian Grand Prix. Here we go, 2 laps to the end of the race. It's already carnage, as Hilton's going to try and go as late as possible. This is a Mugello effect here. And it's go, go, go in Austria. It's go, go, go. Bo's trying to get the move done. And there's already been contact down into turn 1, I think. Or something gone on. Right, here we go then. In P3. Semike's in P4 at the moment. It's all kicking off in Austria on the restart. Come on, Sem. Keep it within 3 seconds of the top guys. Side by side with Joey and SK as they go down the hill to turn number 4. Which I thought early in the race was turn 6. But yeah, that's just bad knowledge. And Joey's going to go up the inside there. Oh, that was a bit of contact on the apex. We've got the move done up to P5. All kicking off. All kicking off. Here we go then. Going on to the final lap of the Austrian Grand Prix. Is this going to be victory for C. Boas? Is this going to be victory for C. Boas in this race? It'll be it'd be great actually to have C. Boas win this race. It would also be great to have Semike to win this race. And Semike is going to be in the slipstream. Here we go. This is now or never for the Red Bull. He's going to dive it up the inside. Keep it within 3 seconds though. He's going to force the Haas off the track. And then Semike leads the Austrian Grand Prix. Semike leads in Austria. And now he just needs to keep it within 2 seconds. And now C. Boas has lost the position to Joey as they hit each other into the turn 4 apex. And C. Boas now is going to try and get through on Joey, but he's got no ERS. He's going to try and just move around, maneuver himself around here. We've got the inside of this next corner. He needs to do everything in his power to get back this position, but Semike, I think, will be the winner. I think he will win this Austrian Grand Prix live from Spielberg. STB Semike is your winner in Austria. Oh, well, it's a Red Bull win in Austria. It's a Red Bull win. And that was Joey in P2 as well. Very, very aggressive racing at the end there. It was needed to be done to get that move done. And Semike definitely got that move done. He definitely did what he needed to do. and he is your race winner in Austria. Ilton, no, that's the weekend results. No, it was Ilton in P3. Okay. Yeah, Bowers could have got the win, but he got P4 in the end there. We'll get Semi, K and Joey in the box. Ilton P3, Bowers P4. Noigral is P5, SK P6, Petrovic in P7, Matex P8, 9th was Toxe, 10th was Affair, 11th was Crooken, 12th was DJ Danny, 13th Mafio, 14th Destiny, 15th was Yervant, 16th was Fadu, 17th was Nitro Shooter, 18th was Dan Souza, and 19th was Dawson. Looks like Tier 1 is a lot of tension in the Tier 1 chat tonight. There was a lot of, contact apparently, so the stewards will have to look into that. But usually no one even reports anything in Tier 1, so if they're not going to report it, stop moaning. Anyway, moving on. Joey, you got P2 today. Can you include your audio, by the way? You've got the box, yeah? Because there's a glitch on Twitch. Okay. You've got the box at the top of the party, yeah?
Box. I don't see a box.
You don't see a box to tick the box.
No.
Samike, are you able to tick the box
I see it.
in the party?
Yeah.
Include audio, Joey.
No, I don't see it.
Anyway, so that is your Tier 1 Austrian Grand Prix rescheduled. A lot of action in that race. A lot of action. But yeah, that is your Austrian Grand Prix. Next week, we go to Abu Dhabi for the season finale in Tier 1 before a week break before we go to... the season opening is not actually going to be confirmed yet. But yeah, we will go to round 1 next season. Be announced this week. The calendar, I think, for season 22. Joey, I'll give you an interview anyway. If the viewers hear, they hear. If they don't, then they're just going to have to use their imagination. P2 here tonight. Very chaotic race. Just take us through your Grand Prix briefly. And yeah, P2 must be very, very good.
Yeah. I struggled a lot early on. Two warnings in the first 5 laps. I had to conserve a little. So I didn't get the third. But yeah, the safety car at the end saved me. I caught up to the front guy. Pressed off, no penalty. So yeah, it came all good at the end. So I'm happy.
Okay. Sam, somehow you won the Grand Prix. I don't know how that happened. A great overtake on the final lap. Quite aggressive, but obviously the aggressive moves need to be made to get the positions. Yeah, you had a very poor sprint, but you came back and you really smoked everyone again, Max, in the grid. You are the reigning world champion going into Abu Dhabi. It must be very nice to finish the season next week being the newest STB champion.
Yeah, the race was very eventful. The sprint wasn't that good actually. But yeah, then I was a lot of more confidence in the dry, so that was quite nice. And yeah, I had a poor start. Spun, I think. Yeah, it wasn't that. Yeah, okay, it wasn't a normal race. I spun and yeah, just kept on pushing and hoping for that one safety car, and it came at the end. And yeah, just all or nothing on that move, and it was aggressive, but it was good. It was clean, but yeah, another win. I'm happy.
Okay, thank you, Sam. Tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, Tier 2. I will quickly get up the championship standings for Tier 2, the battle between Matex and Crooken. But yes, it is Tier 2. We go to Zandvoort for the rescheduled Dutch Grand Prix due to the World Cup fixture. So lovely. Not the best race for battling, but tomorrow it will be an important race as Matex leads Crooken by 6 points in the championship going into the penultimate round of the season. No sprint, of course. It will be just 26 points up for grabs, the most that you can get tomorrow. Tier 3 will end a week early. We go to Yas Marina for my final race of the season. Before I am actually, for the first time ever, the favourite going into a new season for the title. So that's going to be a lot of pressure for STB Maldi. Absolutely. Anyway, guys, if you don't want to watch Tier 2 and 3, do join us next week for the Tier 1 Twilight Grand Prix, the end of the season of what's been a very great season for STB 7EK. I must say, it's been absolutely incredible. But do join us next week for the Tier 1 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. We'll see you then.